What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I am so sorry that we haven't posted in so long. The reason being is I'm gonna put a video in the description explaining the actual reason why we haven't been so active here on YouTube. On that video also I ask you to choose and pick a short video that I can film today, edit today and post it today. You can check that video whenever you like, but the video that you guys chosen was a superset for handstand endurance and increasing your stability in your handstand in your entire body, mostly in your core, but it's basically going to be in your entire body. This is my favorite superset. I do it at least once a week and I do it at the end of my handstand training. I'm gonna give you modifications and options to adapt the routine to your own level. I'm gonna put it in the description so I can keep this video short. But basically what we're doing is at the end of your handstand training or at the end of any training that you like and you wanna add this as a finisher, we're gonna go for 20 seconds a whole body hold, then 20 seconds handstand hold with our chest facing the wall, then 30 seconds whole body hold, then 30 seconds back to the wall, and we're gonna repeat that for 4 times. It's gonna be a total of 4 minutes, and you can modify it by starting with 15 seconds and 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, or depending on your level. You can also go for 1 minute to 1 minute, and you can also vary the intensity both of the hollow hold and the handstand hold depending on your fatigue at that precise moment and depending on your own level. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright guys, so you want to make sure that you're actually like fully, completely warm up before doing this. Like this is a finisher. I mean, you can do it as a standalone workout, but I really like to do it as a finisher after my handstand training, and you don't want to be overdoing it. Maybe 2 times per week, maximum 3 times per week is what I would recommend. It also depends on your level. If you're an advanced handstand practitioner, you can do it every single day. But as always, listen to your body. It is your own body, it is your practice. So adjust the practice to your own level. I'm gonna go for 30 seconds, as I said, and I'm gonna vary both the hollow hold and the handstand holds, so you can see the modifications that you guys can do. So I'm gonna begin with a freestanding handstand on the first one, and then I'm gonna move on to the wall, and also with the hollow hold, so I'm gonna do some modifications. So just follow me, set up the timer. In 3, 2, 1, we're gonna begin with hollow hold. Once again, 3, 2, 1, and go. So hollow hold, bring your hands overhead. If you are able to keep your low back touching the ground, if your back starts to arch, is when you modify by bringing your hands forward or lifting a little bit more your legs. But if you can hold it here for the 30 seconds or for whichever time you chose to do it, then by any means go ahead and do it. We got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Right away, get into your handstand. I'm gonna do freestanding now, the first one, but you can always do it with the wall. Make sure you're really pushing with your arms. Arms are completely straight, the core is engaged, glutes are engaged, toes are pointed. Breathe. I know it's hard to breathe in a handstand. It's even harder to talk. Come down, back to hollow hold. So maybe on your first set you got it here, but as you start getting fatigue is when you can be modifying the exercise. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm gonna do it against the wall. So walk yourself up as quickly as you can, but with control. Get your hands as close to the wall as possible. Point your toes, extend and rotate your elbows. Get your nose to touch the wall. Keep pushing the ground away from you. Full elevation of the scapula. Keep your glutes engaged. Create that whole body position upside down. And once again, breathe. Whew. All right, all hold, once again. I would recommend to actually put, if you're going for 30 seconds, do 35, so you got 5 seconds to actually get towards the wall, and you actually do the 30 seconds, and you don't do 25 or 28. My core is getting pretty fatigued right now. So 1, and towards the wall. Walk slowly with control. Get as close to the wall as possible. Hands shoulders apart. Spread your fingers wide. Put the weight in the index finger and the thumb to avoid any injuries on the wrist. Keep pushing. Keep bringing your elbows back as much as possible. Basically, extend and rotate your shoulders. And come down. And hold. See, now I miss 4 seconds there. That's totally fine. Let's try this one. Your low back should be touching the ground, but at the same time try to bring your legs as close to the ground as possible to really create that handstand shape to the best of your abilities. And last one, I'm gonna try freestanding for the last one. Get it up. And come down. After that, I like to finish with a seated forward fold. So let's do that, or any stretch that you want to do. So I'm gonna rest in this position while I say goodbye to the camera. So inhale, lift your chest up, lean forward, keeping your back as flat as possible. Suck your belly in to create space, and round your spine, and hold it here. So if you did it with 30 seconds and you did 4 sets, that would count as a 5-minute workout that you can do. Who doesn't have 5 minutes? And it's really like the benefits that you're gonna see in your handstand are gonna be tremendous. Just because like the whole body position is activating the core muscles and I mean the core like literally all the way to your psoas, all the way like the entire connection of your legs with your upper body, your glutes, which that is not part of your core, but basically your entire body stability while you are in a handstand. And once you transfer that towards the wall, you keep building that endurance, that stability, and basically you are accumulating 4 minutes. Not in a handstand, because in the hollow hold you're taking out the arm aspect, like the straight arm, scapula, elevation, stability in the handstand that you required, but you're working on that core strength throughout the entire 4 or 5 minutes. Again, depends. Slowly come up. Again, it really depends on your level. You can go for start slow, start with 10 seconds and then 10 seconds. Let's start with modification of the hollow hold. If you don't have a handstand with the chest facing the wall, which even though it might seem simple, it is kind of challenging if you really want to get your hands as close to the wall as possible, which you actually should try to get it as close to the wall as possible to recreate that handstand shape, that body line shape that you are looking for. And when you're doing the actual handstand hold, you really want to pay attention to creating that position in your handstand, which I'm just going to give you a little rundown of that. like really posteriorly tilt your pelvis as much as possible, but at the same time bring your rib cage in, your lower ribs, at the same time your upper ribs, and then slowly raising your arms up. That's how you create a straight line, because you want to have enough shoulder flexion, but you also don't want to be getting into like a hollow back, because your core can be completely straight, but you can bend from your mid back, like creating an extension on your thoracic spine, and that is fine for hollow backs and other type of arm balances. But if you are working towards creating stability in a straight line handstand, like creating that hollow body shape with your belly sucking in and like a perfect straight line handstand, which for me, I always say that is never going to be perfect. It is always a work in progress. And sometimes you might think that you're straight and you're actually not. I'm gonna see now when I watch the video and I did the freestanding handstand. And also, that's another thing, if you are more advanced and you want to do it in freestanding, just keep in mind that there is a sacrifice, because even if you can hold the handstand for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, there are still a ton of benefits of holding the handstand against the wall. So depending on which area are you trying to work in your handstand, it could be proprioception and balance, then you would go towards holding the handstand without the wall. But if you're really trying to create endurance and stability in your handstand, which is actually the goal of this superset, then I would just do every single set with my chest facing the wall. And for the hollow hold, you can use some ankle weights, you can put a plate on top, like modify the intensity, like play around with it. If 30 seconds is too easy and you wanna like scale it up, you can go to 1 minute and 1 minute, but you can do that one day and then rest 2 or 3 days. And the next day, instead of repeating that 1 minute, you do 30 seconds, but you put some ankle weights to change the intensity and to adapt your body in a different stimulus. You give your body a different stimulus. So play around with it. It's a superset that you can really adapt it to your level and to the specific moment that you are doing it and the goal that you are trying to achieve. Once again, 3 times per week as a maximum. If you're more advanced, you can do it every single day. You're gonna feel sore if you do it the first time, if it's the first time that you're actually doing this exercise. But anyways, as always, have fun with everything that you do. Once again, I am so sorry that we haven't posted that much. We're gonna be trying to be more consistent. We have a collab that we did with Austin Duhan that's gonna be posted next week, and I'm also going to try to do short videos. So if you have any ideas for future videos, please, as always, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. I'll make sure to cover that in future videos. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any content in the future. I'm gonna leave the link for the SM Academy if you haven't joined the SM Academy. Maybe you didn't hear about it, or maybe you cannot afford it. That's totally fine. We're still going to be putting free content here on YouTube to help you in your journey as much as possible. So that's it. As always, guys, I will see you. I was gonna say next week, but as always, I will see you soon, very soon. Much love.
Movement for me is to bring people together.
Movement is a gift.
Freedom to express yourself.
Movement is energy and power.
Freedom and inner peace.
Movement to me is the future.
Movement to me means health.
Growth. Connection.
It's the best remedy ever.
Movement is balance.
Movement for me gives me purpose and great happiness.
Movement is strength.
Freedom.
Connection.
Consistency.
Movement is a discovery.
Movement to me is basically living.
Movement's life. It helps keep you warm.
Movement to me is purpose.
Movement is my savior.
Movement is a game. Moving is playing.
Movement for me is a precious gift.
Is natural.
Is to shine.
Is a key to progress.
Its existence.
Movement is a virtue.
Movement is everything.
Movement is you, me, us, and the entire universe.